And our fourth main topic today gets submitted to us by Randolph Westin. And Randolph Westin writes, "Hey, John and crew. I had basically given up on the Batgirl movie after Whedon left, and we haven't heard anything about it for years. But I just read online that the Bad Boys for Life directors, and I'm sure I'll mispronounce their names, but Adil Arbi and Bilall Fallah, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing their names. Forgive me if I am, guys, have just signed on to direct. What do you think of this addition, and do you think that a Batgirl movie now is officially happening? Thanks." All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yeah, you ain't kidding. This is one of those, I agree with you completely. Once Joss Whedon, a couple of years ago, said he was stepping away from the Batgirl project, I kind of thought, to be honest with you, well, that's it. Like we're not going to hear anything more about it. It's dead. And sure enough, for years, it has been dead. It hasn't spotted around. Also, I am not naturally a big fan of derivative characters. Like, you got Flash, so we also have Kid Flash. We have Superman, so you gotta have Supergirl. We have the Hulk, so you gotta have She-Hulk. We have Batman, so you gotta have Batgirl. I'm just not a big... Normally, I don't like I find it... Derivative characters are pretty lazy to me, but whatever. That doesn't mean they're all bad, because some of them are actually quite good, and I do enjoy them. So, I don't know how much natural interest I have in a Batgirl movie, to be honest with you. But that changed a little bit when I found out that the Bad Boys for Life directors are going to be running it. This comes to us from the folks over at Cinema Blend, who write, "The pair of directors will be adapting the script for Birds of Prey and the Flash writer, Christina Hodson," which, you know, I'm not a big fan of Birds of Prey, and we'll see how the Flash turns out. Anyway, Christina Hodson, per The Hollywood Reporter. "The movie will be produced exclusively for HBO Max. The pair of directors are Belgian-Moroccan filmmakers who have been working as a duo known as Adil and Bilall since 2011. They started off by making numerous critically acclaimed short films before working in TV and nabbing Bad Boys for Life. After bringing Will Smith and Martin Lawrence back together for the blockbuster action sequel, they are also expected to direct Eddie Murphy for Beverly Hills Cop 4, now, as well as Batgirl." So there comes that. Now listen, I am much like, you know, Jenna Ortega, who we were just talking about. I am not super familiar with any of the work of these two dudes outside of Bad Boys for Life. So my sample size of their work as directors is really just one picture, and that's Bad Boys for Life. But Bad Boys for Life was my favorite Bad Boys movie. I mean, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think that was my favorite one. It had some real charm to it, good action, good laughs, all that kind of stuff. And I think if guys like that can bring a little bit of that, you know, Bad Boys for Life energy and a little bit of that, you know, Bad Boys for Life DNA, if they can bring a bit of that into a Batgirl movie, that could be interesting. Now, look, as far as it's straight to HBO Max thing, remember, they did announce a while ago that they were going to make some of their higher marquee characters and make those as theatrical films, but they said they're going to use straight to HBO movies for some smaller characters to try to get them built up. Is Batgirl going to be a big instant box office hit? Probably not. So if you're trying to introduce this character and you've got an avenue like HBO Max, that's probably not a bad way to do it. That's probably not a bad approach, is to take it to HBO Max. And then maybe if it builds an audience, then you can take it into theatrically and see how it does there. But this makes sense that this would fit in there. And listen, I got to tell you, I really do like the idea of these Bad Boys for Life guys directing it. It really does, because it gives me a little bit of an insight about how they may handle the series. Because when any new character comes up, whether it's an Ant-Man or whether it's a Batgirl or whatever, there's a part of you that worries that they'll go, I don't know, they might go in some silly directions or whatever without kind of balancing it out. If you can get a little bit silly with a Batgirl, but also balance that out by making you feel like there are some real stakes and there is some depth to it and all that kind of stuff, you can make an incredibly fun, entertaining movie like a Thor Ragnarok, something like that. The directors from Bad Boy for Life, I think they've got those tools, at least from what I've seen in the one movie, to make this happen. And I think to make a Batgirl movie, something to look out for. So Am I instantly excited about the idea of a Batgirl movie? No, any more than I'm excited about the idea of a Kid Flash movie or a whatever. But the addition of these directors, the directors can change your perception a lot. And the addition of these directors to me changes my perception a hell of a lot and actually makes it something I'll go, okay, this could be fun. And that's all I ask for. So let's keep our eyes on it and see how it develops. Question is for you guys. What do you think of the addition of the two directors of Bad Boy for Life now coming over and they're going to take over Batgirl? I actually think it's pretty interesting news. It's made me interested in this project. Maybe you don't care. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Okay, guys.